There's been some very fine speeches, and I am actually not going to repeat them, but I really do hope that the government benches are listening, because this is across the House. I wanted to add a couple of points. One thing that I found very galling over the last few days is members of the government telling us that they're not frightened to be unpopular. I myself admire people who are not frightened to be unpopular, but sometimes you're unpopular because you're unpopular and not because you're brave. And there's something of the self-congratulations that's been going on in terms of people saying this proves that we're proper leaders, that we've got courage. Well, actually, it does not prove that. It sometimes can prove that you're tin-eared, not listening, and that you're more interested in yourself and your internal party discipline than you are in the state of the country. Bravery might have been to have gone out on the doorsteps during the elections and have told people that you were going to abolish the winter fuel subsidy, and I might have had some admiration if that had been a campaigning tool during the manifesto. It was not. I'm actually, though, very worried about something else that's a sort of implicit part of the discussion around this, which is that this debate is in danger of becoming quite polarising and divisive in a very different way. I saw in relation to, in terms of what's known as boomer bashing. I don't know if people have heard the insult "OK boomer," but it's quite a fashionable one. There was a social media tweet that went, I don't know what they call that anymore, posting, that went viral a few days ago. It was somebody posted it who was a clinical consultant with quite some considerable followers, and it went like this. It says, this clinical consultant wrote, "I've elderly parents and most of my patients are elderly. However, I find it tough to sympathise with a demographic that's been fortunate to see kids and grandparents grow up, voted for Brexit, got free education, triple lock pensions, and kept the Tories in power." And the reason why I quote that is because this completely split the audience, and it went thousands and thousands of people commented. And either people said, absolutely right, these are the greedy boomers who've destroyed this country, the pro-Tories, all the rest of it, or people said that is a really unpleasant and nasty point of view. But I do worry, and I would like to warn the government, there is a danger of stirring up this notion of a gerontocracy. If you actually listen to phone-ins, and I've been doing quite a lot of media, I've heard this frequently, that these old greedy people have ruined the planet, ruined the country, ruined everything, and they deserve what they get. I don't in any way imagine the government think that that's what they're doing, but I do think it's a defensive way that people are justifying it. And I say this particularly because we have had quite a number of lectures from the government about other people being the kind of people who use toxic language, stir things up, stir up divisiveness. It's always the other people and not the nice people. Well, in this instance, the nice party, I'm afraid, is in danger of having stirred up quite a lot of antagonism and hatred to a generation who deserve better. Ordinary working people who just happen to be old and happen to be proud enough to not want to claim benefits. And they really do deserve better, as do we all.